Hey guys, yeah, I wanted to come on here do this quick vlog, kind of let you know what's been going on over the past couple of days, if you will. And I'll say this, you know, I experienced something that I've experienced several times at my job at Walmart, for the first time at Target, but it was right in front of me. Long story short, on Monday, we were kind of busy because it's the first Monday of the month. And what happened was, basically, what happened was, basically, this guy, was, coming towards the front, and one of our friend and managers was telling him, "Hey, you can check out here in front, with me at my register." And then that's when the guy decided to go, just take off like a shot for the door. And they had to call security to let them know what happened, AP. And what what we found out apparently is it was part of something bigger. It's like there were other people involved, and they did something similar, I guess, throughout the day, or they found other ways of getting out. I don't know, but it was part of something obviously bigger. It's like, well, basically what it was is that they had planned it to where they wanted to make sure, hey, if somebody catches you and says, hey, you could do this, make a run for it. And that's apparently what happened. That's apparently what happened. But yeah, it was one of those moments that you just never that you expect to happen, but you don't expect it to happen, like, in your first, like, 90 days. There, I mean, I'm going on my first 60, but like I say, you never expect it to happen like in the first 90 days that you're there. But in my case, it actually did happen. And yeah, it was kind of interesting and everything. Now, the positive side of things here is that the bus driver, who I've had an issue with, over the past couple of weeks, that seems to be late at times, actually improved. He actually improved in everything on his time. And I know some people might think it's ridiculous for me to bring that up, but when you depend on something like the bus as your main means of transportation, especially with gas prices going up, you want them to try to be on time. You want them to try to, be there for you when you need them to be there. And I'll give him credit. He was 5 to 6 minutes down on Monday and 6 to 7 yesterday. The only thing that held him back a little bit was he took a little bit long at the Turlock Transit Center, not too much. And then he took a little longer at the Patterson stop at the Veterans Memorial Park, to not only use the facilities, but to also go to the store or wherever he went in that area. So that's the only thing that kept him down. But besides that, it was a vast improvement. And I think what happened, in my opinion, is that the complaints that myself and I'm sure others brought in about him, and probably other drivers doing something similar, they finally met up with him. The people over at the Stan RTA finally met up with him and those that are in a similar situation, and said, hey, you got to stop this, or else you're going to lose your jobs, or else we're going to have to put people with you. And I'm sure that's, that clicked with him. And what was crazy is yesterday he didn't have the young girl that he usually has with him, which some people would assume are his kids helping him or anything. He just, it was just himself. It's just himself. So, obviously, word is getting around from him, from what people have complained about, that he needs to improve on what he's doing. Besides that, though, Monday and Tuesday were okay. They went by quick because it was busy, but, not too bad. Just kind of up and down, mediocre. And as far as like Monday and Tuesday go here, my mom was off because, as I mentioned before, she went to go to a viewing for a friend of the family who was the stepfather of my second oldest sister's husband, because he had passed away. And so she went, my oldest sister and her husband and, her grandson, to to the viewing. I couldn't because I was working, but I'm going to send something, their way, to show my condolences in the future. And then yesterday, because I think she realized she was going to get off late, she was going to come home late, because I got home before she did, which is why I was able to do the package opening when I did, without interruption. She took yesterday off because, like I said, I think she realized she was going to be home late. And she took yesterday off to, I guess, collect herself emotionally, but also, kind of recharge her batteries a little bit. Like I said, recollect, kind of collect herself emotionally and physically, and like I said, recharge her batteries a bit so when she went back today, she'd be okay. And that's what she did, and that's all that happened. And yesterday, as far as, the other thing besides cashiering that I did on Monday and Tuesday, I also did carts for about a half hour until the other guy showed up at 5. And then I took my last break and literally just clocked out. It was one of those kind of days yesterday for me in that scenario. But besides that, not too much going on, if you will. I mean, like I said, as you all saw, I got two packages from Frank Hill that I really appreciate. And I did a video on the specs and everything, kind of a review on the Rescue Ranger Blu-ray. You can check that out. And besides that, again, really not much happening. Besides that, besides what I mentioned, I had the place to myself on Saturday and Sunday because I worked Friday. Originally, I was supposed to be off on Friday, but they called me in to do carts, and I didn't have a problem with that because more time equals more money, bigger paycheck. So I did that, but I made up for the fact that originally I was supposed to have Thursday and Friday off. I made that up by having Saturday and Sunday to myself because my mom was, with my, my second oldest sister, and at the fruit yard, celebrating not my second oldest sister, but yeah, she was with my second oldest sister, but she was with both my sisters and other family members. Celebrating my second oldest sister's birthday on Saturday at the fruit yard in Modesto, and then she went after church yesterday to my oldest sister's to spend time there because she doesn't get to see her great granddaughter that much. That's why I was able to have the place to myself yesterday, Sunday and Saturday to kind of make up for the fact that I didn't get to have Friday to myself that much because I was working. I got called into work, which again I don't have a problem with. The only problem I have is, the people driving in that parking lot. So, I'll say this: the parking lot's a lot easier to navigate and trajectory, if you will, a lot more, easier than Walmart at times. But still, there are people that, they don't see you, and when they don't see you, they don't stop. And even if they do see you, they don't stop. So, yeah, I'll say it's easier to navigate, and everything, but still. There are people that just don't stop up, to be courteous of, this guy is coming with carts, I need to stop before I run over him or something. But overall, besides that, again, not really much happening. Besides all of that, like I said, the only other thing that happened yesterday, on Monday, was the package opening, and that's really about it. But anyway, though, guys, I just wanted to do this little vlog in 4K, by the way. For you guys to see. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section, as well as in the live chat during the premiere, where super chats and super stickers are open and would be appreciated. Also, check me out at BW Rosa's Discussion, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. Also on VENMO at BW Rosas for content you can't get here on YouTube due to copyright reasons. Also at patreon.com/BWRosas, deviantart.com/BVW1979, and at Venmo at Brian-Warmer-2 to help support me there financially, and at Cash App at BWRosas98. But again, guys, I just wanted to do this little vlog. I'm going to have to charge my battery here now before I do one more video in 4K on a certain Blu-ray set that Frank Hill sent me.